What's up guys, Goppo here, and welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about some stuff that's been happening lately on Reddit related to Minecraft PvP. And first let's start off with what's happening. Start off with the introduction. On Saturday, there's gonna be this event called Minecon Earth, where they're gonna live stream for 90 minutes. It's really seems like it's really honestly nothing special. They say it's such a big deal. Honestly, going to a convention and meeting up with people and having this convention go over 2 days or 3 days is much more better than Minecon Earth, but that's not the point of this video. Apparently there's gonna be a news regarding this, and an announcement regarding PvP at Minecon Earth, and this is because of some Reddit snooping I did, as well as I also saw that Hypixel made a tweet, or the actual owner of Hypixel, not the server, made a tweet about this, and honestly, it looks promising. The thread mostly goes over somebody just asked a question a few days ago about why people hate 1.9 combat, and you have two people in this argument. One just they just are used to 1.7, 1.8. And they'll always say that 1.9 sucks and that 1.8 or 1.7 is the way to go. And you have the other people that actually give reasons. And this dude right here happened to be one of those people that actually ended up giving a lot of reasons. Before we go into that, I just want to go into my personal reason. I used to have a game mode that had 1.9 mechanics on the meme server of, you all know, Gapplecraft. And one thing I noticed was of course, we didn't have the sword cooldown, and that's something that I heavily disliked. I made sure that was not there. So you can honestly disable sword cooldown, but there's something that I really disliked, and it's gonna really affect game mode, PvP game modes. Now let's just have this dude shoot me. All right, so alright, shoot me again. Okay. Now, when you see that you're losing hearts, you can run around, eat bread, and your health regens. In 5 seconds or so, the food itself will regen it by 1.5 hearts, and within those 5 seconds, you might be lucky and you might get another half a heart of regen due to every few ticks it regens your hearts. And that just completely destroys the fact of some games like survival games, anything like that, where you have golden apples or things that actually regen your health. But in this case, you have food that automatically regens your health, and I just find that I don't really like that at all. This person over here goes over some more things about why 1.7 is better, or 1.8, and he just talks about combos. I think this is wrong here when it goes sprinting gives you a slight burst of speed, and we're accelerating, I don't think you hit the opponent right, they get knocked back further. Yeah, that's right, of course. When you're going up, you knock them back. This is the wrong version. It's this one. Game mode, see. Let's just get a villager. Spawn them here. Basic things. You just punch them, not much knockback, but you sprint and they get a ton of knockback. However, if you're sprinting and then you continue to sprint, they'd take less knockback, and I think he missed that point in that post, and that's why you W tap, and then with that you're able to get more knockback. I think that is, when I tested it, it is possible on 1.12, so I'm not really sure if that's a big benefit, but his argument was mainly against people that really call 1.7, 1.8 a click spam type of PvP thing. Of course you have to click, and clicking faster sends more attack packets, which result in a higher advantage for you. But there's other things he goes over strafing and aim, which I feel are also two very, very large aspects into 1.7, 1.8 PvP. I believe they should also be a very big factor in 1.9 to 1.12, but these versions have a really lacking feel towards the PvP community, and he goes over that like bow spam is way too strong. It's something I did notice back when I tried out like Punch 2. Like bows were just a bit way too OP compared to like 1.7, 1.8. They were like low key if you like got really good enchantments and you were basically a god and you could like bow spam the heck out of people and kill them. But like 1.8, 1.9, once it got to that fact, it just became way too OP. Swords were like feathers to shields, and you had to use Baka axes to go against shields. I don't know, it's just weird the way that shields slowly break down. Axes seem to have more effect than swords, and I don't know, it's just weird in my opinion. And the biggest thing of all that I found was like combat is slow, which I have to completely agree with. Not to say this new version of PvP, in my opinion, was made more for like survival players to get more of a challenge when going against zombies, skeletons, creepers, or anything like that. And I don't really feel that this is best for 1.7 to 1.8. And especially when you're like PvPing against somebody, you have to like click, turn, click, wait for the cooldown, click, and you miss once, you're screwed. And you're honestly having even fights. So if you have the same armor, whoever honestly hit first wins. And if you don't have same armor, whoever has the better armor ends up winning. And I really don't, or like better swords or whatever. I really don't find that to be as as much of an advantage compared to 1.7, 1.8 PvP, where there's a lot more factors. There's more fast-paced PvP compared to the other version. And something I really found to be very important is server-wise. Like, Minecraft needs to realize, Mojang needs to realize that Hypixel, the largest Minecraft server network in all of Minecraft right now, is 4 versions behind. They're using 1.8 to 1.12, and like they need to realize that, okay, our largest server is not even using our latest version. And I mean, they're supporting it, but you can't use 1.12 blocks, you can't have dual wielding, you can't have any of that. And like they need to realize that, and they need to make a change. Only server I know that has PvP game modes and like is successful is CubeCraft, but I heavily dislike CubeCraft. I used to play Egg Wars on there before Bed Wars was a thing on Hypixel. Holy crap, PvP was like completely horrible in my opinion. I did not like it. And once Bed Wars came on Hypixel, I just completely switched over. Like, I don't know how CubeCraft does it. I guess they target more of the newer players that come there, but if you're a large network and you want to grow, you need to focus on both the new players as well as the old players that are there to grow your community. And I guess that's like Hypixel does not want to let go of the older community. And you can see into like servers that became unsuccessful, you had Overcast, which was a huge network back in the day, and once they updated to 1.9, I just saw everything go downhill. I think they got bought by Lifeboat or things like that. But ultimate TLDR moment over here is this reply that we got from Jeb, who's the lead Minecraft developer at Mojang, and he really talked about that. All he said was that there will be new features that affect combat. Yes. Watch the announcement during Minecon next week. I guess I wasn't expecting myself to go watch the stream, but I guess I'll just go ahead and watch it just for this fact, because I find this to be very important. Now, many people say, like, oh, maybe they'll add this effect where you can, like, toggle this new combat method, and I think I saw a comment down here below, like, selected a disabled combat fix of 1.9, and, like, he said, like, an option like this is really hard to add to the code. So I guess what they're really going to be doing is in 1.13, 1.14, I don't even know what version Minecraft is on. I haven't even played 1.12, but apparently they'll be adding new changes, and I guess we just have to look into what they'll be adding and look forward to it at their so-called event of Minecon Earth. And other than that, I think like these changes are going to be very beneficial for the PvP community. It's going to be very beneficial for game development, because if you did not know, from a server ownership point of view, developers have a not so fun time coding in 1.7 because there's a lot of inefficient things that are fixed in like the latest versions of Minecraft. And honestly having the whole community move on to 1.13, 1.14, where there's cooperation between the PvP community and Mojang, as well as integration of new development methods. I think it's going to be a really great thing. And of course, we'll all be able to get support again from Spigot, Bungee Cord, mod community, things like that. Everything's just going to be on one end, so you don't have to have modders focusing on making mods for 1.7, 1.8. They can just straight up go to the latest version, as well as Spigot being able to provide support to the latest version and actually being useful for the fact, because most server networks desire support for 1.7, 1.8, and Spigot doesn't provide that support. But I think this is going to be very promising. I guess we just have to see and hope that Mojang knows what they're doing this time. They've listened to us, and they don't mess up a second time with another horrible PvP combat update. And I guess we just have to be optimistic here. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Let's just hope things go and become for the greater good within Minecraft PvP. And if you like this video, be sure to leave a like, comment on what you think about this. If you find any other rumors or whatever you find, do link it below. I'd really love to read that. And of course, if you want to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on next time. Ta-ta.